Listen, y'all. Sometimes in life, we try to hold on to the very thing that God is trying to get us to release. The very thing that's weighing us down, God is saying, give it to me. On today, God is coming to tell me to tell you to transfer the weight. That trauma from your childhood, that abuse, those words they spoken over your life, those bills you cannot pay, you need to transfer that weight to Him. There's a season where you have to drop the dead weight. Them people that no longer serve you, those things that no longer serve you, those environments, you drop the dead weight so that you can elevate a little bit. Once you elevate, you start toiling in here. And those are the seasons where God is saying, transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. It's a little bit harder sometimes for us to drop that stuff. It's harder sometimes for us to drop that. So God is saying, I want you to transfer it. I want you to deplete yourself, deplete your account of the negativity, deplete your account of the depression, the anxiety, deplete your account of the trauma, of the hurt, of the brokenness. Transfer it to me. I know what to do with it. You don't have to sit and battle that. God is saying, choose your battles wisely. Give me that. Transfer that weight. Y'all, the Bible says, come unto me, all ye who are burdened and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He says, I will give you rest. The moment you take your hands off of it and say, God, have your way, He gives you rest. He gives you peace. He gives you strategy. He gives you instructions. But we can't receive that stuff because sometimes we're holding on so tight and we're going from here to there, listening to this, to that, to that. And God is saying, I just want you to give it to me. I just want you to transfer that to me. You don't have to carry that anymore. You don't have to be hurt anymore. You don't have to fight with that anymore. Release it. Release it and give it to me. When something is out of your control, y'all, when it's out of your control, that's when you know it's God. Sometimes we blame the enemy for something that God is doing. You know you've been serving. You know you've been trusting. You know you've been moving forward to the best of your ability. And boom, all of a sudden something happened to you. All of a sudden something happened to your finances. All of a sudden that feeling that you thought was gone, now it's starting to resurface. It's not always the enemy, y'all. You got to know when you're dropping the dead weight and when God is saying transfer the weight. You got to know when it's the enemy and when it's God. When it's out of your control, let it go. Give it to God. He's trying to teach you something in that season. You know you can't pay those bills. Yeah, it's uncomfortable because you don't know where you're going to stay. You don't know how you're going to do it. You have no idea. That's when you give it to God. You're tired of being brokenhearted. You're tired of having to fight with people, with family members. It's out of your control. Give it to God. Transfer that weight. Transfer that weight. So that you can hear clearly, so that you can think clearly, so that you can get the instructions that you need to move forward. So you can truly be healed, healthy, whole, happy. God is saying you don't have to carry it no more. You don't have to carry it no more. Y'all, these messages that I give, some of them are a little different than what I'm usually giving. I don't even think I did the intro. But somebody needs to hear this on today. You're fighting against God. You need to get in the flow of the Spirit. You're fighting against what it is He's trying to do in you and through you. And sometimes that means losing some things. Sometimes we are over our head in bills, over our head emotionally, over our head mentally, physically. We don't know what to do. Let's be real. Let's keep it 100. Let's be real about it. We have no idea what to do. That's when you take rest. When he says, come unto me and I'll give you rest, that's when you take rest in him. Give him everything, y'all. Transfer the weight. It's not your responsibility to take care of other people, to save other people that don't want to be saved, to pull people along that don't want to go, that don't want to grow. That's out of your control. It's out of your control. If God has released you from an assignment, released you from a job, released you from people that you thought you was going to be with, and all of a sudden these things just fell through your hand, that's out of your control. Transfer the weight, transfer the burden. Don't sit in that any longer. Don't sit in your shoulda, coulda, wouldas any longer. God allowed that. He's allowing that. So the moment you release your grip, he can put something else back in your hand. The moment you surrender in your heart, he could begin to mend it, to heal it. The moment you stop fighting in your mind and give it to him, he'll start giving you instructions, wisdom, clarity. But as long as you got chaos going on up here, as long as you're trying to figure it out yourself, that's the work of the enemy right there. Confusion and chaos is the work of the enemy, even if it's in your mind. And God is saying, I'm trying to take away that. I'm trying to give you freedom. I'm trying to give you rest. Transfer the weight. We've dropped the dead weight. Some of us may be still battling with that, but we're dropping the dead weight. If you have not, you're dropping the dead weight. These people that no longer serve you, that keep coming against you, that's been hiding out in your corner, God is shining a light on them now. They're exposed now. You see them for what they truly are and who they are. Now it's time for you to drop the dead weight. That stuff that he allowed you to go through, those experiences that you're going through right now, he's saying transfer that weight. Give it to me. Give it to me. I love y'all so much. I do. Y'all, I give the word how it's given to me. I give it how it's given to me. Some days we beating the devil down. Some days you need to be healed. You need to know it's okay. You need to be motivated, inspired. Everybody's not in the same season, but baby, one day you're going to have to touch this. One day you're going to experience this. So just because it's not knocking at your door today don't mean it's not going to. I love y'all. I do. God is so good, and he's working in your life whether you know it or not. It don't feel good sometimes, y'all, but it's going to work out for your good. It is. It is. I love y'all. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.